I'm sure you've all lost hours and hours scrolling through TikTok, right? Besides all the fun, there's also a dark side on this platform. We people are always looking for more in life. One is looking for wealth, the other for beauty. What if something dark gives you the chance to have it all? Would you take it despite the risk? Tonight's story tells the tale about Clara and Madison, two lovely friends but social outcasts. They try following a new TikTok trend that promises to grant beauty and fame. Well, let's just say this story got an ending no one expected. Welcome to your next Chills Before Sleep. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for us to provide you with more scary stories. Don't forget to enable all notifications to join our weekly cash giveaway, pinned in the comments section. It was Madison who told me about the new TikTok trend. You just look into an old mirror with a candle in your hand and you chant a paragraph calling for the lady of the night to make you the better version of yourself. That was enough for me to be in. It would be an understatement to say I didn't like what I saw when I looked in the mirror. Neither did Madison. Maddie and I had been friends since middle school. We had been hit by puberty pretty hard, and not in a good way. Frizzy hair, an acne-riddled face, and being fat meant high school was hell. We were in the final year of high school when we decided to do this trend. I had seen girls on TikTok promoting this trend. Most of them were already pretty, but after doing the trend, they had transformed into the most beautiful women I had ever seen. It seemed like the trend had helped them enrich their lives. Watching their glow-ups made me jealous as well. I would have loved to have a glow-up. After Maddie brought it up, I was sure I wanted to try this trend and creepy ritual as well. To complete the trend, you had to look into an old mirror in a dark room. The only thing lighting the room should be a candle, and you have to look into a mirror while chanting, "Give me beauty, give me wealth, give me fame, give me health. Lady of the night, take this shell and fill it up." Maddie and I decided to do the trend on a Saturday night. There was an old abandoned house in our neighborhood. We were planning to sneak into the house and use this old mirror present inside. The rules of the trend had said the older the mirror, the more powerful the transformation. The whole week had passed and Saturday night was finally here. We sneaked into the house around 5 p.m. She was very excited for the trend, but I had less faith in it. We knew the house well because we had sneaked into the house a lot, since that was our usual meetup spot when we'd smoke pot and drink. "Clara, you got the matches?" she asked as we stepped into the big room. I passed her the matches and she lit the candle. We stepped in front of the big mirror. We could see our reflections in the mirror, our gross, chubby, unlovable reflections. The light was turned off in the room and we had closed all the doors. The only light in the room now was the candle. We looked into the mirror and we chanted the paragraph we were supposed to. Give me beauty, give me wealth, give me fame, give me health. Lady of the night, take this shell and fill it up. The visual we saw in the mirror changed. We no longer looked ugly in the reflection. The reflection was that of two beautiful women. They resembled us, but they were 100 times more beautiful. I think I heard a feminine laugh coming from somewhere inside the house. That freaked us out and made us leave the house pretty quick. We left the house and we parted ways. I went to my house and I slept. That night, I dreamt about the lady of the night. I was laying in a coffin and she was standing over me, adorned in silver jewelry and wearing a white dress along with a veil. She touched me and I cried. She caressed my face and that is when I woke up. After waking up, I just went about my daily routine. I went downstairs to greet my family. My parents looked at me and were shocked. "Did you do something new?" asked my father. "You're really glowing," said my mom, with a bright smile. My parents' reaction made me look into the mirror. They were right. I looked prettier than I was before. My skin looked healthier, and most of my pimples had disappeared. My skin looked more glowy, and I felt a lot better as well. I instantly video called Maddie. She was already looking healthier and more beautiful as well. We snickered together as we praised our newfound beauty. I was so happy to see my looks improved. The next week was amazing as well. Our beauty and health were improving day by day. But something else was also happening. Every day I would get a TikTok DM, which was a video. The video would show a woman in a long white dress with a very long veil over her face. She would be holding up a varying number of fingers. For me, it was 3 when the week ended, but for Maddie, it was 1. That day, Maddie sent me the video that had been sent to her of the lady in white. "Oh, what will happen tomorrow?" I asked, chuckling. I genuinely thought the white dress lady was just someone trolling us, maybe because we grew in confidence. I had even gotten asked out by James, the guy I had a crush on since the 9th grade. He had finally noticed me now that I didn't look like a bumbling little nerd. In fact, that night I texted James till 3 a.m. When I woke up the next day and went to school, Maddie was nowhere to be seen. I decided to spend the whole day at school with James, and I have to say, it felt amazing. I was also really worried about Maddie because she was not the type to skip school, and even if she was going to skip school, she normally would have told me. During recess, I got a TikTok DM from the same account. It was the same lady wearing the white dress with a black veil on. As soon as school ended, I rushed towards Maddie's house on my bike. As soon as I reached her house, I was greeted by her distraught mother. In fact, there were a lot of her relatives there, but no sign of Maddie. Her mom hugged me and sobbed uncontrollably. I had no idea what was happening. Where was Maddie? Had something happened to her? "Miss Allister, what's wrong?" I was really concerned. "Maddie's dead," she said. It took a while for my brain to process that. I couldn't believe that my best friend was no longer alive. I asked the mother what happened, but she didn't know. She told me that Maddie died in a horrible way. She found her without skin and broken bones. Nobody knows what happened. Before I could process this, I got another notification on my phone. It was a news article about the death of a famous TikToker. The same TikToker who had started the Lady of the Night trend. She was dead under mysterious circumstances. I had to take my leave and I rushed to my house. I locked myself into my room and I cried. I was having trouble coming to terms with the fact that Maddie was really dead. James was texting me, but I didn't reply. The guy that I had fawned over for 3 years now wanted to talk to me, but I couldn't care at the moment because my best friend was dead. Midnight struck, and I got a TikTok DM from the same account again. It was a video of the same lady in white. Her black veil was still drawn, and she was only holding one single finger up. I knew what she meant. "I'll be dead by tomorrow." I looked it up online. The Lady of the Night ritual had claimed a lot of lives, and it was a way for witches to claim souls of young women. They offered them beauty for 10 days, and in return, they got their souls for eternity. I sneaked back into that abandoned house that me and my now deceased best friend had explored way too often. I took a candle, and I looked into the mirror. I no longer saw the beautiful version of myself that I had seen a week ago. Now all I saw back was a rotting body with maggots all over it. She had a huge grin on her face, and in the mirror, I also saw the Lady of the Night standing behind me. She had her veil lifted this time. She looked young and beautiful. It was as if all the beauty I had gotten had been transferred back to her, and more. She looked at me with a knowing smirk, as if to say,
"You know what's about to happen."
I started crying. I couldn't help it, and I ran back to my house. My mom told me I looked pale and sick. My father insisted that I go eat, but I told them that I was not hungry. I told them both that I was going to sleep, but before going to my room, I hugged them both, and I told them I loved them. I know I'm going to die, but before this will happen, I wanted my parents to know I love them. There's just a few minutes left until midnight as I write this. I know I'm about to die. I know the Lady of the Night will come and claim my soul. I know that no matter what happens, my soul will never be at peace. I know that I've bargained with the wrong entity for the wrong reasons, and I will be gone. Dear listener, love yourself for who you are, and never try these scary TikTok rituals that give you beauty in return. The thing is, if you receive a gift from the paranormal world, you always have to give something in return. Don't do it. Otherwise, you may end up damning your soul, like me.
Thank you for watching this video. Have you experienced a similar situation or another scary experience? Don't hesitate to submit your story by email or in the comments section down below. Ready for your next chills before sleep? Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for us to provide you with more scary stories. Let us know what you think, and don't forget to enable all notifications. Be the first ones to get the chills.